video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everyone, and welcome, Purple Valkyrie, the Rooster in the in-house, Dave Bob, Reina Creole, and Mexican Ironman.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That's my morning rooster gating me up for this morning show.
Oh, come on. I didn't wake you up.
No, my rooster here, my Mexican one, Enrique, he's my rooster. He's right here. Instead of alarm clock, I have a rooster.
Project Storytime, it's all right, brother. I know. Project Storytime was going to be on the panel this morning, but life got in the way. We'll get you next time, brother. Thank you. Thank you. And a $4 super sticker from Heiress of Chaos, cup of coffee, saying, here you go, get ready. Thank you so very much, Heiress of Chaos. And Kronos, wow, that was a fast goal.
Man, do we have a lot of material to cover.
Yep, very prolific guy.
Robert Rodriguez. So Robert Rodriguez geared up in 1992 with the movie El Mariachi. How many of y'all have seen El Mariachi? I know Mike probably has.
At least 5 or 6 times.
I have.
Mm-hmm,
I have not, and I'm embarrassed because it's one of those movies that it's just like you got to see it, you got to see it, you got to see it, and I have not seen it.
La Reina.
Have you seen Desperado or Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Really?
They're on. You know what? This is I'm gonna get clowned for this, but the first Robert Rodriguez directed movie that I saw was Shark Boy and Love Girl.
Oh my God.
Okay.
There's
My nieces and nephews wanted to watch it, and I'm
Oh my
like,
God.
this direction, I can't stand the storyline, but the directing's pretty freaking good.
Lorena's like, I don't know if this Hispanic boy is going to make it. I'm going to wait 15 years till he's 15 years in, and then maybe I'll check out some of his work.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Let me. If he survives the first 15 years, then let's see what he does. We'll go from there. Oh, he did Shark Boy. All right, then I'll pay attention to his Hispanic director. But
oh man, I loved how in Once Upon a Time in Mexico they do kind of like a callback to that because they call him L through the whole movie, and of course L is the, so they call him just the through the whole damn movie.
Well, it's known as the Mexico trilogy, isn't it? It's El Mariachi, Desperado, and Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yep.
That's where we had
First,
the lovely. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dave Bob.
I was just going to say that's the first time I think American audiences were introduced to what's her?
Salma Hayek.
Salma
Yeah,
Hayek.
Hayek.
Was she in that? Was she in Desperado or was she in
Desperado?
Desperado. She wasn't in El Mariachi, but
no, but was she in From Dusk Till Dawn first? No, Dusk Till Dawn was a year later.
Desperado was the first time she was in any kind of like major film. Definitely in English, that's for sure.
Okay, because I know she was in Dusk Till Dawn, and that was a year after.
I know because with me and Salma Hayek, like it was stipulated in our divorce agreement from her previous work. So that's how I know some of the facts of her you know.
Well, we got our first Gatling gun in a guitar case in Desperado as well.
We did.
No.
I'd never seen anything like that either. I was like, holy shit, a rocket launcher, a Gatling gun, and what was the other one? Sniper rifle or something?
All material that is all material that is now standard issue on a Mexican Ironman suit.
Yeah, he did The Faculty too. Faculty's a kick-ass movie. He has been known to do some horror. Yes.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, indeed. Yeah.
Oh, indeed. This is a guy who the longest break he's had in about a 30-year career, almost 30-year career, because he's been doing this for about approaching 30 years next year, I think. In 30 years, the longest break he had was about 2.5, 3 years. And that was just 2015, 16, 17, something like that. Other than that, this guy has pumped out a new movie or multiple episodes of a TV show every year, or at least every other year since 92, I think, 93?
91, 92, something like that.
Wow.
92. That was El Mariachi.
This is absolutely phenomenal. And his work has included things from, like, Mariachi to Spy Kids, which I hated that crap. I thought it was ridiculously weird. But I watched it with, nieces and nephews because you just freaking had to because they wouldn't freaking stop freaking restarting the damn thing.
See?
I'm sorry.
My grandson watches that stuff too. He actually credited his son for the concept of Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
And that's what first got Robert Rodriguez onto my radar, actually, the story behind that and the concept that he got it from his kids. I'm like, how cool is that? Your dad, who's a director, takes your idea and makes it, into a movie.
Well, we'll cover it later, but y'all never guess what it's actually my favorite movie that he created, but not necessarily got any credit for. Guess. Any guesses? Any takers?
No idea.
I got nothing.
Predators.
Huh.
Predators.
Oh yeah, he wrote after he saw the first one. He did write. He actually wrote some episodes for it. I wrote them.
Well, he wrote the original concept script, but because he because he was so young at the time, they didn't trust him to actually do the movie. So they went ahead and did the movie without him.
God.
Oh, it's the Mexican way. We're so used to it by now. Anyway, let's get into this.
He came back and did Predators, and that is the most like the original movie. That movie is the most like the original movie.
I think so.
Even though they're on an alien planet, they're not on Earth. It still comes out so much like the original movie.
Yeah,
right.
Much.
They're all hunted down and stuff like that in the wilderness, and all. That's just awesome. Well, let's get started. Who wants to talk about how he started his career and how he financed it? Who knows that story? Anyone? How did he finance the first movie?
Blood transfusions or some kind of medical experiments, plus one of his buddies come up with the rest of it.
That's right. He famously wrote a book titled. He famously wrote a book of the background of it. But yeah, he went in, those newspapers where they say we'll give you X number of dollars if you do this. So between giving blood for money and blood transfusions and medication screenings, where they do, where they give you like the real medicine or not placebos, and then his buddy. He has Mexican Ironman, sort of like I am to Loki. They teamed up and they basically decided that he was going to do this movie, and that's how they got their $7,000 through medical trials and a little bit of money that his buddy was able to raise. But most of it came from medical. So literally, this guy, for his first work, he put his body on the line.
Yeah, and they kind of filmed it on a shoestring budget, didn't they? They didn't have a dolly, so they kind of used a lot of handheld cameras, and they were very inventive with how it was filmed, if I remember correctly as well.
Wow, I didn't know that part. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So I don't know. Lorraine, I cannot believe you. I feel like I got to go order this for you on Amazon and send it to you. All these movies. You're breaking my heart today.
You know, your girl is busy.
Oh, I know.
Your
She's
girl is
popular.
busy.
I know. I know.
He's one of those where I didn't watch a lot of his movies, but very aware of how prominent he was as a director. And the one movie of his that I loved, because I watched it from beginning to end, was From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh yeah,
because of how gritty it was. How I loved how you don't rely on special effects, but you rely on the storytelling and the placements of objects within the scene and just the interaction between the characters. I thought it was awesome. I really liked that. And the fact that Quentin Tarantino was in front of the camera. I really like that.
I love that film. It's such a weird film because you think it starts out at like it's a heist film, you know, and then it takes a sharp turn left and deviates into a horror film with vampires.
It's just like who would have thought that, you know, some guy with 2 kids in an RV that somehow that was going to figure, you know, into the plot. And it's okay, all right, but you know, we'll go with it. but he made it work.
Yeah, Cheech was hilarious in that thing.
Oh.
So in the first decade, it took him a decade to get to the point where he did something as mainstream as what, Spy Kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many Spy Kids were there? The first one was what, in 2000, 2001 or something like that, right? The first Spy Kids?
About that,
yeah.
And then how many Spy Kids were there? 2, 3, 4? I feel like
3. There's the Island of Lost Dreams, and I think that was when I said, no, I'm not watching this. I don't care how you try to bribe me. I'm not watching any more of these.
Well, I thought there's also the 3D one, right? You remember that one? No?
Yeah, that one came out, I think. The 3D one came out in like 2003, something like that.
I had to take my 2 nieces to go see that one. It was painful to get through that movie. I mean, but, you know, I'm just not into this kind of weird, you know, you know. And then it came back again, you know, and you know, I mean, it's a very popular franchise for some people. I don't know who those people are, but
kids,
yeah,
and their parents that have to pay for it. You know, for them to see it. It's one of those. It's just like the kid movie segment of the entertainment industry, which does make a lot of money. So if you can make a mainstream film for, you know, children's audiences and make it profitable, you know, it adds to your resume.
Hey, boss, we have a new warrior of Midgard. Is Loki there?
Mark the Infinitely Tired, thank you so very much for joining up as a warrior of Midgar, sir. Thank you.
Mark, I'll meet you over in the weapons room, and I will get you suited up, sir, with your requisite sour cream and tortilla launchers. Yes, sir. All right, let's see. Let's fast forward here so we can catch up with Reina here. What would you say your first Robert Rodriguez movie was? I can't remember. I'm sorry, you said Spy Kids, right? No.
Yes.
No, the Terror. No, the Sharkzilla or whatever. What was it?
Shark Boy and Shark.
That's right.
Funny. I'm like, did I miss a movie that was so cool? No, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Yes.
That's right. Shark Boy and Lava Girl. And what did you say that you loved about that his kids gave him the idea or something like that? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, his kids came up with the idea. I want to say specifically his son. I'm kind of blanking on exactly which one, but in the trades, because they were like, because this was such a weird concept for a kids film. It was very different. And it was just like, yeah, my son gave me, you know, the idea. His son's like, you know, playing in his head and talking about this, that, and the other thing. And he's just like, yeah, that might actually make a good movie. And that's where he got the he got the idea for it. And I think that's part of the reason why that franchise had such a wide appeal. Again, your dad takes your idea and makes it into a freaking movie.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool?
That is pretty
Shark
awesome.
Boy, Lava Girl, what the holy hell is that?
That's
Kids get superpowers, and what are you gonna call yourself? Superman? No, I'm gonna call myself Shark Boy. You're gonna be Lava Girl, okay? From a kid point of view, it makes sense. Adults are like, what the heck?
All right, so he went from that to do. I don't know if anyone's seen this one. Okay, here there's only about 2 or 3 films of his, if even that I have not seen, and I have to call on somebody else. Has someone seen Planet Terror?
Oh, really? You haven't seen all his movies?
There's
You, Mexican Ironman, haven't seen all of his movies.
Well, you know what? I have my hands full between Starry-Eyed Girl and Purple Valkyrie, and then before that, the Salma Hayek divorce, which was all over the news. I'm sure you can read about it in IMDb. You know what I mean? It's tough being Mexican Ironman. Me and Johnny Depp have a lot in common.
I'm kind of offended I wasn't mentioned in there anywhere, but okay.
Well, Lorena, Lorena, look, every time I hit, you know what I love about you? It's like every time I hit on Lorena in a super chat, this is what she does to me. You know, oh, $9.99 for Mexican Ironman. Hey, Lorena, doobie da, doobie doo, or something like that, right? And she's like, and who is that down there at the bottom? Oh, is that Mexican Ironman? He is just such a hoot.
And agreed, Kronos, agreed.
Wait, what? Wait, I have no faith in Mexicans anymore. What? Great. There are only 2 movies of his I haven't seen. That's one of them. Everything else I either own or I've watched God knows how many multiple times, I have to say.
Welcome to Loki's Army, Chef Zilla. Thank you so very much for joining up on Loki's Army, brother. Skull!
Spartans! What is your profession?
So while we're beating up on Mexican Ironman, you want to know what the other one is that he did that I didn't see? While we're here, boss.
Head.
Yeah, nice hate, Mexican Ironman. Nice hate.
He hit on what? Taco truck. Okay, so anyway, so perhaps someone else can talk about that movie since I never saw it. And while we're talking about things that Mexican Ironman hasn't seen, which is whatever, is I didn't see Red 11 either. You know that one? Did you see that one, boss? Did you see that one?
Nope.
I've seen all of his movies.
All right. That one came out, I think, in 2018 or was it 2 years ago?
See, I got two big favorite directors. One is Robert Rodriguez. The other one is Quentin Tarantino. They often join up and team up to do some kick-ass movies, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Wasn't Planet Terror part of that team up?
Yes. Death Proof. Yeah, that was the Grindhouse. Those were the Grindhouse movies. Planet Terror and Death Proof.
Well,
Planet Terror being the superior film.
What?
I didn't like Death Proof, which is really weird because I'm a Tarantino nut. But yeah,
could you talk to us about what happened in Planet Terror and what that movie was about? Since I don't know,
it's a zombie movie with a chick with a machine gun on her leg that kills a whole bunch of people.
Yep.
Yep. It's got Rose McGowan, Josh Brolin,
Rose
a really
McGowan,
good cast. Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
So it features this woman who hunts down who's like shooting people with a machine gun.
That's attached to what was left of her leg.
Well, no wonder I didn't see it. That's my life every single day. All right. Moving on. Okay, moving on. All right. Let's see. Who wants to take on Machete? Or do we want to talk about short?
Oh, Chef Zilla. I'm not saying Kurt Russell isn't amazing. I do agree Kurt Russell is amazing in that movie. I just didn't like the movie itself.
I didn't like the concept.
Planet Terror?
No, the
Death Proof.
Death Proof.
Oh.
And good morning to you as well, Captain Spire, with a $2 super chat. Good morning, you amazingly glorious mischiefs.
So here's a guy who goes from Planet Terror to then he does, I don't know if it was rated G or PG, but shorts? Did any of you see that one?
Shorts, I don't
Short,
recognize.
I don't recall.
Okay, well that's that's another one that didn't do super duper well, but it's another it's another little kids compilation type of thing, where it had a bunch of like no, don't worry about it. It didn't do that well anyways. All right, we'll move on. Machete
kills.
Machete, no, not Machete Kids. Machete, just a machete. not kill the kids with machete, just machete. It came out in 2010.
I'm saying he also did Machete Kills in 2013.
Oh yeah. I thought you said kids. I'm sorry.
That's just a southern accent coming out.
No hablo el inglés. Okay, well, who saw Machete that they liked? I mean, I saw it God knows how many times. Anyone?
That one scene. Well, I'm not going to say what it was, but
say it. Which one?
Where someone pulls something out of their private parts and makes a phone call.
Sounds so wrong.
You mean their no region?
Yeah, the no region.
Yeah, the no region. Yeah, that's the best scene ever. Purple, do you know what he's talking about?
I do.
Purple, perhaps for the audience listening back at home, you can go into greater detail as to what he's talking about.
I would, but I think that would get the boss's stream pulled. But no.
Well, you say the stuff the boss does about how every day doesn't get us pulled, but that would get us pulled? Really? Really?
Hey, I don't even work here.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Judge, jury, and executioner. Okay, yeah, he only works here.
No, it's a great film, and you can't beat Danny Trejo in this. And I didn't realize, because I haven't seen the Spy Kids, that this is connected to Spy Kids.
Yes, it's connected. Yes, that's exactly where I wanted to go with this one. It is exactly connected. And you know who's the face that connects it all? Not the prettiest face in the Mexican world of acting. No, I'm not talking about myself, Dave Bob. I knew you were coming for me. I saw that. I saw you coming around the corner. But Danny Trejo, who knows who he is? The guy who he actually was a convict, but he looks like the convict, the archetypal Mexican convict. Besides me, Dave Bob.
He looks the part, just like you look the part.
Thanks, boss. Oh God. Everybody. So now the funny part is that here comes out this movie Machete, right? It links back to the Spike. It's Danny Trejo, and then everybody and their mother makes a cameo appearance in this fucking thing.
Well, what's so funny is he just threw that thing out there as a filler in one of his movies. Just threw it out there, and he came back and made the actual film. Years later. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It was a fake trailer, wasn't it, if I remember correctly?
Yes. If anyone hasn't seen it, you got to go see this after the show. It is freaking awesome. But everybody and their mothers in here. I mean, literally everybody is in their mothers, makes an appearance in this thing. It's pretty funny. So I think that was to me, like when this one came out, I'm like, okay, Homeboy is now being embraced by Hollywood, and he's got some balls, because to make Danny Trejo, who not the most attractive face in Hollywood, I'm saying, you know what I mean? I mean, Danny Trejo is like, yeah. Go ahead, Dave Bob. You can say it. He's like one step below or above, depending you look on it, like Mexican Ironman.
I think he has he's ruggedly handsome.
Oh, okay. Kind of like Mexican Ironman.
Exactly.
I didn't go that far.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, all right. Well, great. Anyway, I think Cheech or Chong is in that one, if I remember correctly. One of those two guys was.
Cheech's, yeah.
Yeah.
And Steven Seagal.
Yes. A not quite so fat version of him was in that one. This was before Steven Seagal had his unlimited, cash card at Kentucky Fried Chicken. The early years. Hey, boss, did you see this movie?
Oh yeah, I've seen all the
it?
Machete movies.
You like them?
It's Danny Trejo. Of course, I like him.
So, what'd you like most? Add some knowledge to the peoples.
Well, what do you got? You got Danny Trejo. You got Robert Rodriguez. You've got motorcycles with chain guns on them. You've got machetes. What's there not to love?
It was so good. It was so good, that movie. It's so good. So
Lindsay
good.
Lohan and Jessica Alba.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Ugh. Bring back flashbacks. All right. So from that, it was just a couple years later that he did Machete Kills came out. How many years later? 5 years later? 3 years later? Shit, I don't remember it's going.
2013, 2014, I think.
Oh, so it's right after. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right after that. All right. Who wants to talk about that one? Anyone?
That one I haven't actually seen. I've seen Machete, but I haven't seen Machete Kills.
What kind of Hispanic are you, Purple Valkyrie?
I know. I failed. I'm sorry.
What kind of Mexican are you?
Don't be mad, puppy.
Okay, you're forgiven.
Hey, Mexican Ironman, you just skipped right over Sin City.
No, Sin City came out after Machete Kills, bro.
Oh, Sin City came out back in 2000.
Did it? Did I miss it? Did it come out? I thought Machete Kills came out before.
2000.
I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not looking at. I need my screen's not up.
Excuse me.
Huh? I mean, I could be wrong because I don't have my. I didn't print out the IMDb thing, so I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, Sin City came out like 5 years before Machete.
No.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did it?
The sequel came out after Machete.
Oh, you're right. I did skip Sin City. You're right. Sorry, I got all excited because I love Machete. I love Machete. We'll go back to Sin City in a minute. Let's finish this show because this was another. This is another kind of grindhouse, related kind of thing. You know what I mean? I love what they did. I love all those fake trailers. Now this one had my other ex-wife in it. The Machete Kills movie. Guess who? Yes, I know. Sofia Vergara. Yes, I know. It was a bad breakup. It was in the news. I know. It was tough. It was a tough breakup, but Anyways. So am I the only one that saw Machete Kills literally in this group? Anyone?
I've seen all of his movies, so no.
Okay, so me and you have seen them. Anyone else?
I saw it. I think it, it wasn't as memorable as Machete. I mean, it wasn't even near as good, but it was, it's okay.
What do you think, boss?
Machete had Mel Gibson. That's what I think.
Machete Kills did. It also had Charlie Sheen in it, who was in between arrests, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was in between. Go ahead, Purple.
I just think it's really funny that these two kind of hyper-violent films are a spin-off of the Spy Kids franchise. That just kills me.
Right. Exactly. Well, as the boss will tell you, that's how we Mexicans roll. I mean, the boss grew up probably more Mexican than I did.
So, as someone who hasn't seen Machete Kills, would you definitely recommend it? Is it as good as the first one?
No, but I mean, I love them all. I mean, shit. They're just, it's just mindless fun, violence. See where the damn thing goes. I mean, in my opinion, if you look at Robert Rodriguez as an actor, these types of movies, it's like okay, look at his El Mariachi stuff, right? Imagine if Homeboy had real money way back then. You know what I mean? That's how a lot of these movies are, like the Machete Kills. It's kind of like, okay, now he's got some money and he's still going to play, but he's still playing more or less in the same sandbox. Except now he's got like Cuba Gooding Jr. and other, folks, making appearances and shit,
Yes, I've just pulled it up to see who the cast was. It's got a huge cast.
I'm probably not even remembering half of them, but I remember there are a lot of people in Machete Kills, especially. I just can't remember them all right now. I should have put it out there.
their brother.
Huh?
I said literally everybody and their brother was in them.
Danny
Right.
Trejo, Michelle Rodriguez, Amber Heard, Sofia Vergara, Mel Gibson, Charlie Sheen, Lady Gaga, Alexa Penavega, I
Tom
can't
Savini.
say his name, Antonio Banderas, Vanessa Hudson, Cuba Gooding Jr., Tom Savini, Walton Goggins, Marco Zaror, William Sadler, Electra Velen, Billy Blair, Julio Oscar Micoso, Samuel Davis, Callie Hernandez, Zoe Saldana. Zoe's in that. I don't remember her. Crystal Martinez, Corey Burton, Elon Musk, Edward James Olmos. Of course he's in it. He's in fucking anything. Emilio Estevez.
Did you say he's in everything?
Yeah.
That's kind of S boss. No, that's pretty accurate. Actually, that's pretty fucking accurate now that I think about it. That's pretty accurate. He is in fucking everything. Yeah, you're right. Boss is always right. Boss is always right. You know that? Boss is always right.
Jessica Alba, Lindsay Lohan, Steven Seagal, Robert De Niro, Cheech Marin. Of course, Cheech is in there. He's in everything. Jeff Fahey, Don Johnson, Daryl Sabara, Tom Savini, Wingham. Of course, this is from the first movie. Gilbert Trejo. I'm assuming that's Danny's kid. Billy Blair, Araceli, Myra Leal, Rose McGowan. Wow, she's in it. What a bitch. Electra Velen, Tio Rivera, Cheryl Chin, Juan Gabriel Pajera, Nimrod Antal. Why would you name your kid a Nimrod? Alicia Merrick. Fucking everybody's in this movie.
Well, I don't know. There's some nephews that I have that I should.
Alejandro Antonio, Jason Douglas, Roland Ruiz, Demetrius Pulido, Alcides Diaz, Tommy Nix, Vic Trevino, Greg Ingram, Edgar Arroyo, Brent Smiegel, I don't know, Chris Warner, Matthew Tompkins. That guy looks like a wrestler. Hugo Perez, Carino Calderon, Jim Henry, Gary Teague. Yeah, fucking everybody's in this movie.
Everybody and their brother.
Everybody and their brothers in Machete.
And Machete Kills famously didn't even make its budget at the box office. So, all that talent and it got nowhere, box office wise. Well, let's talk about Sin City then, since I missed the first one, because there's, we can't miss the whole series here. Who wants to talk about Sin City? I know you do, boss.
Well, I'm just going to throw out that when he did that, the co-director, he had Frank Miller named as co-director, and the guild wouldn't let him do it. So what he did, he resigned from the DGA, and he had been selected to be the director for John Carter of Mars, and had actually even been contracted for it, and he had to give that up because of that. He just said he couldn't do, he couldn't do it. I mean, he said he just had to do it because just the way he felt about it.
Well, let's look at the first Sin City. You got Jessica Alba. You got Powers Booth. Hell yeah, that's a name. Jeff Dashnaw. You've got Rosario Dawson. You've got Benicio del Toro. You've got Jason Douglas. You've got Michael Clark Duncan. Another big ass fucking name, Rick Gomez. Josh Hartnett. Rutger Hauer. Hell yes.
Oh my God, that's right.
Bruce Willis, Michael Madsen. You've got Frank Miller himself as a priest. Tommy Nix. Let's see. Mickey Rourke.
It's one of my favorite roles that Elijah Wood ever did as well.
Holy shit, look at that. We've got a real Latino in the house.
Yeah, I've been here since the beginning of the show.
I was talking about you.
Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Me gusta tocar mi guitarra. Me gusta cantar a son. Come on, guys. El mariachi me acompaña cuando canto mi canción.
It's El.
No, it is a great Paulie, the best new host of the best new show and the funniest and awesomest, most entertaining new channel, Latino Slant.
Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón.
Hey, Purple, stop
You
looking
know-
at them like that.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Paulie.
I mean, the music connections with Rodriguez is just staggering. And you think about Chicano, Latino musicians, music bands, Los Lobos, Tito and the Tarantula, El Chingon, Del Castillo, Los Lonely Boys, Fumando Marijuana. I mean, so and even in El Mariachi, Loki, he couldn't afford the song that he wanted, and he got it in by Dire Straits, but he got it in Desperado. So very musical man, plays guitar with a band called Del Castillo, and when he performs with them, they're called El Chingon, which means fucking badass. And
I forgot about that.
yeah, oh man, I mean, and that music and that band has a lot of reach because they also performed in Kill Bill Volume
Yep.
I think Volume 1 or Volume 2, because that was the Rodriguez influence.
It's Volume 2 because
Yeah.
I've got the soundtracks for both.
Okay, Malagueña Santa Rosa. That's so going back, obviously Desperado had the Los Lobos song with Antonio Banderas singing, and you had Tito as Cheech's buddy at the bar, Tito Tarantula. Then later on was the house band, the vampire house band in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yep.
And Tito, he had a band in the 80s called The Plugs, and then they became Los Cruzados, and great music, fantastic. He's from El Paso, same as Danny Trejo. I mean, you all got to stop me because I'm a wealth of Rodriguez information. I mean, I am El Mariachi.
Well, welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Well, of course.
Here's another one of my favorite things about him. I have the Alita CD, the DVD, the one that's got the Blu-ray. It's got all the different versions of it, right? And it's beautiful packaging and all this. I opened up DVD number 3, pop it in, and I got like a whole cookbook to how to make chocolate from scratch, 3 different kinds. Oh, awesome. Homeboy's also into cooking, and he loves making chocolate and stuff like that too. There's this.
He comes from a big family of Mexican Ironman, 10 brothers and sisters, and God bless the parents are still alive in San Antonio. Great family, writers, directors, very talented people. So they're all over his movies, and they have been. Patricia Vaughn, his sister, has been in almost every film, and his brother, what's his last name? What's his first name? He's a great writer too. So yeah, man, he brings the familia with him. And Loki, you appreciate this, he's always just been a maverick. He doesn't do the Hollywood thing.
Yep, he doesn't.
Created Troublemaker Studios in Austin. It's its own facility, and that's where he's produced a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a reason why I have picked the directors I have picked for this best of series. And Robert Rodriguez kind of emphasizes that because, as we were talking about before, when he did the episode of The Mandalorian, they gave him a 16-page script. they gave him less script than any other director, and they said make something great, and he did. Of course he did.
Of course he did. And
you give that guy some peppers and some sauce, and he will make you a kick-ass burrito. Well, he will.
Going back to El Mariachi, I mean, he got that money from the experiments. I think someone in the family had a bus. Another person had a wheelchair, and that's how he was able to do his tracking shots, was in a wheelchair. And they used that bus in the movie. And I think the buddy had the dog. I mean, and Carlos Gallardo, who played the original El Mariachi, in the first one, the original guitar guy. He owns some of the IP, so Carlos Gallardo is sitting pretty good. He was featured in Desperado. He played one of his buddies who came in. I need some backup, so he was one of the guys that was backup. But Gallardo, along with Elizabeth Avian, who's Rodriguez's former wife, she owns a lot of the IP as well. So the history there, man, it's crazy.
It is. It's absolutely crazy. And what he has done for the movie industry, nobody else could do. I really believe that's why Quentin and him work so well together, is that without either one of them, the other one wouldn't be the same. They bounce so much shit back and forth off of each other that you don't know where Robert starts and where Quentin ends, because they've been so influential on each other.
Well, around when he debuted, right? We were just talking about this on the show. He kind of came out of nowhere, even within Latino Hollywood. It was like, who is this Tejano? Like they had the Edward James Olmos, American Me, Blood In, Blood Out. We're doing this, we're doing that, and then there's this guy who comes out of like left field with the independent production of El Mariachi, and then he got christened by Tarantino, and he was off to the races, and he's always just been doing his own thing. And we haven't even mentioned that he is the showrunner man of the Boba Fett TV series. Jesus.
And Pat S., yes, Alita is so worth getting the 4K for. I absolutely love my 4K set of Alita.
Me too. So long as you have the TV and the sound, and also the sound system for it, because man, some of those scenes, Loki, right, when they're going and they're in the competition and they do the matches, the sound, oh my God, it's just amazing. When they're going up against each other in the competition.
The 3D sound is absolutely phenomenal. You want to know why you get a 4K player? You don't get a 4K player for the visuals.
No.
Because a Blu-ray and a 4K are almost identical. It is the sound that you get a 4K player for.
Yep.
And anyone's got a good 4K player will tell you it's the sound. The sound is completely. I've heard more things I've never heard on a 4K disc than I've ever heard on a DVD or a Blu-ray. You had that jump when you went from VHS to DVD. The sound quality was amazing on disc compared to old VHS.
Right.
But when you go to 4K, it's even more amazing, because you'll be like, man, I guess I never heard that right on DVD or on Blu-ray. I guess I never heard him say that that way, because you'll get things for the first time. You'll hear things that you never heard before.
Absolutely. Well said, sir. Well said. Excellent.
I mean, Alita Battle Angel, if anyone hasn't seen it, run and go see that movie. It is an incredible feat. And then unfortunately it came out maybe a couple weeks before Captain Marvel, and it got totally dwarfed by it, which is bullshit. You want a female lead, an amazing female lead, an amazing story. You want all those check marks. It's an Alita, not Captain Marvel.
Yep.
Christopher Waltz plays he plays a great dad. Sorry. Not sorry. Screw you guys. The lead female is broken and isn't perfect, and then she loves her dad.
Do you think Disney will let Robert come back and make a sequel? His way. Because that's a thing. That's the only way a sequel is getting made by Robert Rodriguez, is if he is allowed to do it his way. I know that. Him and Tarantino are exactly the same when it comes to that. It's like my way or the highway. Let me do my movie or F off.
I think the history of that is really easy. I mean, you look at who puts all of his movies. Weinstein Company did 2 or 3 or 4 of his movies. They're not around anymore.
Nope.
For obvious reasons. 20th Century Fox, Alita Battle Angel, owned by Disney. That's that's now owned by, what did George Lucas call them? The White Slavers. Right?
White Slavers.
Then other than that, everything else he punched it out through Sony, I believe.
To answer your question for me, Rodriguez doesn't do anything now that he doesn't have complete creative control. I mean, he can write that. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need them. They need him.
Yep. Yep.
And that is just a fantastic
The-
position to be. There's only a few directors like that exist now.
Let's jump right off of what Paulie talked about, because you take a look at now. Let's jump into The Mandalorian. All right. So famously, infamously, he gets handed, guess what, from Favreau, the shortest script of any script in the 2 years of the damn series. 16 pages. Half of it is just, descriptive, crap. About maybe this happens, maybe that's happened. Someone moves left, someone moves right, blah, blah, blah. So what does he do? He says, no problem. Give me a day. So he takes it, and what does he do? He fills out the episode, adds more minutes, adds a couple fight scenes, and okay, some people have problems with some of the Cronus, I'm white. Good job, Cronus. You are to be recognized and celebrated, sir. Good job. So you take a look at what he did, and it's like, that's how much confidence and faith that, say Favreau had in him. He's like, look, man, here, you're gonna come in, you do this episode, and here, this is the episode where someone said, hey, there's gonna be an episode where baby Grogu gets stolen, actually gets kidnapped, and the Mandalorian can't stop it from happening. That's what they give our homeboy, Robert Rodriguez. And they gave him damn near nothing to work with.
I have some breaking news, if Loki would allow me.
Oh yeah.
I see that Echo Base Network is in the chat.
Yes.
And
They are?
I've just unveiled some hidden tapes of Echo Base Network trying to influence me, trying to detach me from Mexican Ironman.
What? No.
I will be going on Echo Base Network this weekend, and I will be unveiling those tapes where I was hypnotized by Coach's sultry voice.
What?
And I'm a sucker for a good Southern accent, Dave Bob. What can I say?
Aren't we all? Aren't we
And
all?
Echo Base Network hails Latino slant, a real Latino who understands the fandom. Oh, and hi, Mexican Ironman.
There are the seeds of division are being planted here in the taco fields of Valhalla, ladies and gentlemen, and apparently only a man of integrity like Paulie can lead us to the truth.
Well, the tapes are Loki were uncovered, discovered by my crack staff of chachas and cholos in East LA and Valhalla. So we will debut them on an Echo Base's show.
Scandal erupts here at Valhalla Mountain.
Scandalosos.
All right, MB Geek, let's talk with a $5 super chat. Mexican Iron Man, he puts the iron thong on his skin or he gets the hose again. I could not resist. Look at this great panel.
Wow. But, and I'm just going to say the fact that MB Geek is partying with $5 is newsworthy as well.
Yeah. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen,
MB, I'm just giving you shit.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I did tell Loki this morning though, I better not get interrupted for anything less than $5 today. That's pretty funny.
Oh, I thought it was 10.
Oh, okay, it's 10. Sorry, I don't know. I'm mentally traumatized by that depressing chat message that I saw Echo Base Network write about who's a real Latino.
No skulls. No skulls under 10.
No skulls on the 10.
No
Purple.
skulls under $10. Yeah.
Echo Base doesn't think I'm a real Latino. All right. No time for tears. Let's move on. Paulie, like you were saying, he's got total creative control. Now, were you surprised, Paulie, when the announcement was made? What is it, 4 weeks ago now? Or 5 weeks ago, that he was announced as he's going to be not only one of the directors in the director pool, but he's actually going to be show running the Boba Fett series.
Yeah, I mean that you'd rather be a showrunner, executive producer. And did you want to do a skull or you just showing?
No.
Okay.
Pat Steven Skull with $2 Canadian super chat. Why does Mexican Iron Mandy sound so masculine?
Andale. Dude, the Canadian hate.
Well, we're going to keep on moving through that. Go ahead. You were saying, Paulie, before you were so ridiculously interrupted for $2 Canadian, which I think is about 47 cents Mexican. Go ahead, Paulie.
Oh my God. He calls the shots and he can drop in and direct if he wants. I mean, That's the best of both worlds for Rodriguez, and he's got other. The thing is that he's a busy man. He's got his own films to do. Machete kills in space. Danny Trejo goes to where no man has gone before. Come on. That's coming out.
Okay. Well, here's the only thing. I'm just going to say this. Do you have any concerns about his ability to pull off the Mandalorian? I'm sorry, to be able to pull off the entire Boba Fett series, because I think it's an incredibly important series given how much Disney's like, what do we call it, Loki? A shopping mall of new TV shows, right? They turn it into a strip mall. What is it?
Strip mall. A strip
That's
mall.
right.
Yeah, Star Wars is doing a strip mall of new television shows. I don't want a strip mall of Star Wars. I just want good Star Wars. I would rather have good, solid Star Wars than a fucking strip mall of Star Wars. Yes.
I think it's probably one of the smartest moves that Lucasfilm has done. Because no one is no more. Rodriguez is so qualified. He's such a great director. He's such a visionary, and he's smart. He's battle tested. He knows how to put together the team. And Favreau. I mean, God bless him, man. I mean, Echo Base is here. I mean, I'd feel really good. I'd feel really good about the Rodriguez, as I do with, and I know I'm going to get some hate, as I do with Diego Luna, Helmina Andor, but that's a different conversation. These guys have been around the business for decades now, and they know what they're doing. They've had success. That's why they're given this. So yeah, that's my.
All right, so you have no doubts that he'll be able to pull this off. Pull this off well.
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me?
I agree. No, I concur with you. But there's some people that have said that in online chats and some blogs, there are people that have said, okay, sure, he's done some good movies, but what has he really done TV series wise? To which my response is like, are you freaking kidding me? Homeboy has done all kinds of TV. Okay, maybe it's not stuff that everybody's popular for, but he's I think he's done like 10, 20 different episodes of one thing or another and whatnot. He just did the shortest episode of one of the most important episodes of The Mandalorian anyway. So I think he's innately qualified.
Well, they don't know what Rodriguez has been up to. He started a television network, cable network, and which has opened the floodgates for all new generations of filmmakers with the Rebel with the Crew TV series, where he gave the same amount of money to 5 different filmmakers. They went out and filmed their own movies, and then he was smart enough to say, "Let's have a camera crew go film those guys."
Yeah,
or the reality show version. And we've had one of those filmmakers on the Latino Slant, along with one of the producers. They're just like, Rodriguez is just, like I said, he's a visionary. So, no, man, that guy knows television. I mean, if they were to give him this 20 years ago, I'd be like, but I want a Rodriguez Star Wars film. I want a movie, man.
Do you really?
Hell
And
yeah.
Captain Spire, I agreed. It's so refreshing to have a really real Mexican here with us.
Oh my
Finally,
God.
thank you, Polly.
All right, who wrote that?
What is going on here?
I know my boy Captain Spire didn't write that, did he? No,
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
believe. Let me see.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep, there you go.
Meeting and then later we're gonna do
Purple Valkyrie. What's happening here?
Captain Spire.
They got a taste of a real Mexican, and they're finally starting to see just how fake Mexican Ironman really is.
Fake. I'll go up against it. You come over here and take a genetic sample. Purple.
You're always saying Loki's more Mexican than you are.
What?
Well, that is probably true. Though. I mean, that's probably true. He definitely grew up more Mexicans than I did. You know what I mean? I got hard later on. What was it in my right after my teenage years? I was hardened in the prison walls of Stanford University. So I don't know how Mexican that makes me, but.
Yeah, while Mexican Ironman was going to Stanford, I was working in the 99-cent store.
Okay, you know what? Let's back to focusing on Robert Rodriguez here, people.
Yes.
Let's get it together. Let's get it together, people. Hold it together. We're getting tired. Hell, I'm more Mexican than Mexican Iron Man.
John, I'm just curious about what Dave Bob or Purple have to say about any of the information that I threw out
I'd agree. But I'm looking forward to the books of Boba. With what he had to work with the Mandalorian, with the episode The Tragedy, he's got my confidence. You know, it was a great episode. I think he's proved himself. He's had such a long career, and as you say, he's done not only film, but television and music videos, and he's also acted.
Yep. I have complete confidence in him. I've been a fan of his since the 90s. He's a hell of a director. He's a hell of a writer. He does everything he puts his hands on. While it may not be commercially successful, it is always entertaining.
Yeah, and I would dispute that. I think in the long run, his stuff always makes money because it's so inexpensive to make, and it always there's always a profit. And there's and he's mastered that. He's mastered that since his first movie. So that's why Hollywood loves him. You know.
Well, hold on.
They gave him 18, like you said, 18 pages. Look what he did with 18. And from what I remember, was 18 pages is like a lot of action too, not a lot of dialogue.
Nope.
Right.
Not a lot of dialogue.
Yep. I concur. Let's see. Now he's got some other future type of projects in the offing, but I'm really hoping that he really focuses on the Boba Fett series like hardcore, because it's going to be, although I'm not the biggest Boba Fett fan per se, in terms of the Star Wars universe, I know there's a ton of people. I know the Boba Fett character has like an entire legion around the world that that are the fans. But I do think because of the strip mall approach that Disney's taking, that better as hell take off and be done well. Because if it's not, it'll derail a whole bunch of the other little strip mall shops that they plan on opening in that Star Wars strip mall. Would you concur, Loki?
Oh yeah, if they don't hit this shit out of the park and make fans absolutely love what's going on, they aren't going to be able to do shit. Right now, they've got a lot going for them because of the Luke Skywalker little cameo, but they're already fucking that up by insulting the fans and talking shit to the fans and calling them babies and all that shit. So we'll see if they have any goodwill on the fans' part by the time they actually get this shit rolling.
I mean, there are some rabid Boba Fett fans out there. I've seen on bulletin boards and other places. I mean, rabid fans out there about where they think this thing needs to go.
Yeah, well, they've got some rabid fans in the fandom too that absolutely love Boba Fett that won't watch it because it's being produced by Disney. Just because Disney's got a hand in its creation, they won't watch it. And these are rabid ass Boba Fett fans. These are lifelong Boba Fett fans that won't have anything to do with it just because of Disney.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue that. I mean, this is a company that tried to trademark a holiday of Day of the Dead years ago. They tried to they tried to trademark Day of the Dead years ago, which is so which is at the end of the day how they created Coco with some of the cultural consultants who had first protested them. It's like, well, I'm gonna do the next best thing. I can't trademark that holiday. I'm gonna hire those guys, and then they created Coco, which they still got what they want, which was an annual celebration at their theme parks of the holiday through Coco. It's Disney. You got to look out.
Yep, they're also a company that won't pay royalties to some of their writers. I mean, like Alan Dean Foster, stuff like selling his books, and they won't give him royalties.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, you try to you're trying to trademark a holiday. You're gonna do. Just look out, man. Look out. But I got faith, and I have complete faith in Rodriguez.
All right. I mean,
and Reina Creole throws it in the ring. Paulie is right. Disney tried to trademark the Day of the Dead and got dragged on Twitter about that nonsense. Yep.
Yeah, it was very creative protesting that they did. I mean, the community, because for decades, the Latino communities in the States have been really, celebrating Day of the Dead every year, and every year it slowly has caught on as something very unique. And then here comes Disney. Hey, I'm gonna trademark Day of the Dead. Yeah, go ahead and try it. And
imagine that being culturally appropriated by the people who talk about things shouldn't be culturally appropriated. Boy, isn't that In that a hoot, Loki?
Hmm.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what that means there, Iron.
Oh, you got me triggered now.
Mexican, calmado.
I'm triggered. It was
Calmado,
the echo
carnal.
bass thing.
Calmate.
All right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The echo bass tapes are gonna be infamous, Loki. Coach and Nick was a little nefarious with trying to hypnotize me into denouncing Mexican Ironman.
But you can't crack the slant. You can't not crack the slant.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you didn't go willingly.
Why would you say that?
You are low over there.
They
don't turn the heat on. The Mexicans freeze over there. It's a hostile environment for my people.
I mean, echo bass is cold.
It's cold, bro. You're Mexican. You don't store us below 72 degrees. I mean, come on, Purple, talk to explain it.
I guess just because I'm from the land of frost giants, it just doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother you.
We're a docile, warm people. We're people of the sun.
Yes.
Coming back around again. You know what I'm saying? We're like Rage Against the Machine. You wake us up, look out.
Yes. Yes.
Because everyone's like, what the hell is he talking about?
Well, let's see. We're at about the 7 o'clock. We're at the 9 o'clock hour now. Paulie, is there anything you want to plug as we
tonight, Loki, I have the beautiful, the gorgeous Purple Valkyrie on Latino Slant with me.
I heard about that.
Yeah, we're doing a special countdown late night party.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Nice. Might be a bad idea not to let Mexican Ironman know about any of this.
Well, I would get worse because I just confirmed that the panel also is going to have 2 female musicians with us, Purple Valkyrie.
Oh, that is awesome.
Billy Music, she's amazing. And everyone, Nina Diaz is coming back to hang out with us.
Nice.
Nina's back.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Yeah. She just confirmed. So you got Purple, you got Billy Music, you got Nina Diaz, and myself on the Slant tonight, 10 p.m. Pacific, midnight Central. It's a countdown party, and
I'm sure your invitation got lost in the mail. Mexican
Well, no, Paulie, do you have anyone to run the concession stand? You need any help tonight, or I mean?
If he needs anybody, already, me and Dave Bob already volunteered, so you're shit out of luck.
Oh, okay. Do you have someone in the front? What about the parking lot attendant? Do you not park? I can park cars.
We're all coming in on rocket ships, so
Okay.
Sky rocket in flight. Mexican Ironman's left out.
Midnight light.
You can always go hang out with Doomcock. It's Friday.
That's hilarious.
Aren't we just full of jokes this morning? Aren't we just full of comedy this morning? Sounds like someone's got some issues they got to work out. Well, thanks everyone for coming to this Director's Look. This is going to be a phenomenal series. I'm super excited that you put this together. This is a great series. What other directors do we have coming up in future shows?
Of course, we've got Quentin. That'll be the last. The last one of these we do will be a Quentin Tarantino.
Nice.
Is that what? Isn't I just heard Lorena say yes? Oh, now you're going to talk to us, huh?
Well, you know what? I blame the man keeping me down and talking too long with the damn meeting.
You saying that they put Lorena in the corner? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Lorena's gonna come back on the Slant this month, Loki. We're gonna deliver a 1-2 punch on Black History Month. It's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very interesting.
Can't wait.
Yeah. What does anybody else have? We're gonna put Mexican Ironman back down there. Purple Valkyrie, what do you got coming up?
We've got the Valkyrie show coming up in the less than an hour, and Rookie Critic is going to join us.
Nice. I love Rookie Critic. Hell yes. What about you, Dave Bob?
I think only thing I've got maybe Sunday. I think we're going to be doing some WandaVision.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Yep. WandaVision is on Sunday. Yeah.
Loriana, what you got going?
Well, I have the lunch table at 12 noon today with Fat Steven Seagal, and our special guest is going to be Rowan Ginger Raven. We're also going to have a very short, spoiler-free review of WandaVision as well. So safe to watch. I'm not spoiling it for anybody because, frankly, if somebody spoiled this for me, I'd have to curb stomp them. I really don't want to be spoiled for this. For this. Literally, I haven't even been liking certain posts because I'm that conscious about spoiling it for people. Also, let's see. So yeah, Sunday, Welcome to Florida live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we break down crazy ass Florida man stories. Also this week, we're going to talk about the Black Spanish militia in Spanish Florida and my family's connection to that. And also Q1 earnings report for Disney. Culture Casino and I are going to be doing our predictions for the hot mess that is going to pop off in this call later on.
I can't wait to see that. I cannot wait to see that. I'm there. I'm totally there. I'm watching that. I cannot wait to see that. I want to know what the Q1, because they're so screwed, man. How are they gonna keep moving money around to cover their asses?
It is nuts, and they just pulled another dumb ass move. The animated movie Raya and the Last Dragon. Okay, you would think to be budget friendly, they'd pull like what HBO Max did with releasing the movie in the theaters and on HBO Max for free. No, they're not releasing it on Disney Plus for free. They're going to make you pay that premiere access $30.
Oh my God! Haven't these idiots learned their lesson about this?
No, they have not.
Don't give a shit.
Holly, what do you think about that strategy in terms of distribution?
I just want to say, in regards to La Reina, she's got incredible. She's been doing these trailer reviews. They're really good, guys. Really good. And I just said because I don't think anyone else here on the panel does them. So I just wanted to give her props. So if you guys want to like get the latest on the like current trailers and stuff like that, boom, let it know.
Thank you.
I really don't have an opinion on that.
When is that earnings report happening?
It is happening Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, of course, after the market closes.
Yeah.
So if you would like to hear this dumpster fire go down, you just go to the Walt Disney Company website. You go to Investor Relations, and then you click that button for the link to the Q1 earnings report, and you get to listen to the stream and laugh your ass off and drink or do whatever.
Oh, I wonder if they will delve into
this crap.
I wonder if they will delve into the 7 pillars of diversity.
Yeah, it's the 7 pillars of diversity. Sir.
They definitely will, because they have a CEO of diversity, right?
What?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
They have a CEO of diversity.
Yep.
Oh, and look, they're up there. They're on the board. Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
You know how much they're getting paid?
They have a CEO that does nothing but control diversity at Disney and takes the reins of the 7 pillars of diversity at Disney.
Yes.
You didn't know about that, Mexican Ironman? I'm surprised. I thought you were all up on diversity.
Not so much. I'm focusing more on my safe space and in my inclusion right now. I'm not I'm not working on diversity initiatives. I'm working on inclusion, especially for tonight for Polly show. I'm working on inclusion as a major pillar.
I'm sorry, what? And yeah, I was gonna invite Lorena, but I wanted to invite you.
No, that's not what I meant, Polly.
No worries,
but it's like 1 a.m. your time. I'm always thinking about people's time zones. So
yeah, I'd be.
We're
on the same time zone, Polly.
And before we get out of
Valkyrie
here,
perfect because I think at that time she's either getting up or coming out of a nap or something like that.
Yes, it's 6 a.m. So
right. So we make sure you get your nap.
Exactly.
Hey, Polly.
Before we get out of here, for everybody that has sent in a super chat today, for everyone who has asked for a skull, this is for you guys. Skull!
I'm down. I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
You guys keep the fires burning right here in Valhalla. Thank you.
Thank you, Loki.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone, Valkyries are coming up in less than an hour. I hope you all have a great day. Have a great weekend. And we will catch you guys next week on Mornings of Mischief.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Adios.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.